welcome to this day. It is Monday, December 21st, the week of Christmas and crazy shopping. I'm sure you're all trying to get your stuff done before the holiday. All right, we have no meetings to tell you about today, but I want to let you know that Jeff Parker is going to try to make it this morning, but if he doesn't, we will have a segment from the Laguna Woods Foundation. But we will first hear from Steve Parsons with the third update. All right, let's go ahead and give you our resources for COVID-19. You have covid19.ca.gov where you can get all of the governor's plans. OCHealthInfo.com is where you can get all the numbers by zip code and city and a variety of other ways to search. Or you can call their hotline at 714-834-2000. You can always go to our website, which is LagunaWoodsVillageAlerts.com. And if you have any questions, you can email us at info@LagunaWoodsVillage.com. All right, our weather, boy, I don't know about you, but this weekend it was lovely. If you guys went to the beach, it was nice. It was just gorgeous out, super clear. And if you were in the mountains, it was crisp and beautiful. We are expecting another nice warm day today, 76-51. Again, lots of sunshine tomorrow, 68-49. Then we start to get a few clouds, 68-50, with additional clouds on Thursday, 69-48. And then for Friday, Merry Christmas, a beautiful day. And this is why people move to Southern California, 69-49. Our sunrise this morning was 6:52, and our sunset will be at 4:47. And Michelle took a shot because we had that surprise crazy rain there for a few minutes last week. Thought I would share that with you. She found a beautiful rainbow just outside the village. So thank you for sending that in, Michelle. And if you have a photo primarily of the holidays, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have the third update with Steve Parsons. Stay tuned.
People with hearing loss only know the way they hear, not how much better they should be hearing. How well are you hearing? Are you understanding 60% or maybe only 30%? You don't know unless someone measures your hearing understanding ability. People are wearing hearing aids that are underfit with power, not programmed properly, the physical fit is too loose or too tight. Find out what your understanding score is with a special word test from Advanced Ear Care. Stop in today and tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome back. Today I'm joined by Steve Parsons, who is the third president, for an update on what happened at the last meeting. Well, Steve, thank you so much for joining us. I love how festive you are.
Thanks a lot. This is my wife's doing.
Oh, well, I like it. So thank you for doing that because, you know, obviously you are going to be on before the holidays. So we appreciate that. Thank you. So, you know, a lot's been going on with the whole ballot thing and a variety of other things. So I'm just going to let you just jump right in.
Okay, good. I'll talk about the ballot initiative and the counting that's coming up on the 8th of January. We've extended out the time a few times that you know of in the past for people to get their ballots in. And the reason for that is people called us, a lot of people called us, said, I haven't received my ballot. What do I do? So we tried sending, in some cases, to people 3 and 4 replacement ballots. They said they didn't receive it. We went back to the Inspector of Elections. She said, I have checked with our post office in Danville, California. They are not handling the mail every day like this. Sometimes they're batching it, holding it, and then sending it. So there are numerous problems that we bumped into. So that being as it is, after we finished accepting the ballots, we have over 3,600 ballots that were received, and they will be counted. Right now, they're under the custody of the Inspector of Elections. So we don't know how the people voted, yes or no, whatever like that. So anything that was received after the cutoff time is held separate. So we don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, we just thought it'd be better to segregate them. And those ballots are also with the Inspector of Elections. We had no people involved with the processing of separating and all inspector elections. Okay, so we had a high turnout, probably the highest they've ever had for any election or referendum. So we feel very good about that. No matter how the vote turns out, we as a board feel that people have been awakened to the fact that even though you're in retirement, you just can't let everything go automatic. You have to protect your retirement and be involved in what the processes are. Now, some people have said, you know, this is such a sudden thing. Yes, it is a sudden thing, but we still gave people well over a month to research things, to look online, check out questions and answers, things like that. The opposition had their opportunities to come in, which they did. And so we feel that that's a pretty fair thing. In the case of insurance, we've been working this for well over a year, almost 2 years. And we couldn't bring anything forward on that until almost a month before, let's see, that would have been September, just a little bit before September, because we didn't know what the insurance rates were going to be. We didn't know what the industry was going to do. And there was no real inkling ahead of time as to what was going to happen, what was available. So we had to kind of wait to that point to kind of spring it, if you want to say, onto people. We're sorry for that, but there was no way of holding it back. So that's kind of the gist on the ballot initiative.
Right. Well, now tell me, so how will you get those ballots now? They're going to ship them to you, or how does that work?
The inspector of elections actually comes down on the 8th of January physically with a staff. They go through, they count them, and then they give us the results, which will take quite a bit of the day of the 8th. So we hope by the end of the day, we're going to have the count that we can release. We'll see how that works out. Only the inspector of elections knows that it's real.
Okay. And so then you'll make an announcement, a public announcement on the initiative and whether or not it is passed?
Oh, yes. All like that. We'll have many different little subtopics to talk about at the same time.
Okay. Now, I know that the insurance was a big discussion for many, many months, like you said, a year. And has it been resolved as of yet, or is there still additional information that is needed to move forward on that?
A lot of expertise we've got to gain. The VMS staff doesn't have expertise per se. We have Dan Yost, who's been kind of a mediary. There's been things that have been happening in the industry that we didn't know what was going on per se until the last second. But in the meantime, there's been a village-wide task force that's been created with United, GRF, and Third. We're participating there. And before this was created, Third has its own little task force that's going. We are still going to continue that line because we're the most at risk. In our CC&Rs, it talks about how much we have to have in coverage. The others don't have that provision in there, except under certain circumstances, which is not covered by your CC&R, they have to have so much coverage, and we're trying to figure out what that is. Right now, we don't know what that is. So there's a lot of unknowns still. We do have a consultant that's working with us, actually a couple of them right now. We are working with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac because they've been insistent in the past that we have full coverage. They have been inundated with requests for waivers, not only by us, but many other places. And it just seems unfair to community, the CIDs, the HOAs, and all like that, that all of a sudden this is sprung on us. We understand the insurance company's dilemma. We just don't think it's right for them to try to recoup all their losses over the past 10 years in 1 or 2 years. It's unfair.
Well,
So,
and those fires probably scared them, as you know, like, man, they had to dole out a lot of money, I think, for some of those fires and a variety of other things that were going on. However, you're right, it doesn't seem fair at all for the community. I guess that's the good, bad things of living in California. I mean, yay, your property went up, but bad, your insurance costs too.
insurance costs are going up too. Something about the major insurance companies that cover us, of which there are like 35 this year, 35 different policies. Several of these companies are worldwide companies. So when you look at State Farm, you look at some of the others, these are worldwide companies. So there's a whole laundry list of them. So not only are they putting up with things that happen in the United States, it's things that are happening around the world. So that's another factor that we think should be isolated because of our particular situation. Okay.
Exactly. You know, here's a question for you. What are the other retirement communities doing? I mean, I know we're one of the largest, but we've got Seal Beach, and then also there's one in Florida. Do they have the same issues?
Well, there are over 52 entities as big or bigger than we are
Oh, I didn't know.
nationwide. And all of them have been going through this. They've been scrambling to find insurance. Some have found the adequate insurance they need. A lot of them haven't, or a lot of them are saying, we're not paying the whole amount. It's just unfair. We can't do it. If we do it, we would have to have special assessments, or we would have to slow down a lot of programs we're doing, like in our case, take the money from that, put against insurance. That's not right either. So it's a mixed bag right now as to what's going to happen. But the whole village is still trying to gain more expertise.
Yeah.
EMS is working beside us on this. And somewhere along the line, hopefully within about a year, we'll have it pretty well nailed down what insurance companies are doing, what we can expect, and what we're going to put forward saying, this is what we're willing to do. We are not going over this. So it may come down to something like that. So people will be, our residents will be advised the best that we can do, what we find out, and then we'll just have to go from there.
All right. Well, gosh, thank you for working so hard on that. I know it's a collective effort, and hopefully you'll make some progress soon. So offline, we were talking about our malware attack and how it's been toying with our emails and a variety of other things. So how has it affected you guys?
Oh, significantly, especially in the, as our people put in requests to manner alterations into resales department when they're trying to sell something or get inspections or help with certain things, the malware locked up the historical data. And even worse than that, in the manner alterations area, it took away some of the things that they were working on locally. So now we've gotten the keys to get back into things. A lot of that has been restored in the last week, thanks to Chuck and his group. We have the malware group of people that are here. Microsoft has helped us. We have other people that are here going through forensics. The forensics are going to continue probably for several months until we find out exactly what has happened. The other thing is Chuck has had to go through every computer VNS has, completely scrub it down, move things to another area, find out if there's any malware in it, then reinstall it back. So that's coming along, but it's a long process. But back to the manner alterations department, we have been having special meetings recently. In fact, I just came off one this morning on what their situation is. We're getting some more staffing in there to help them out. But the projected time where they can be back up and running smoothly is probably going to be toward the end of January. Wow. So that's quite a few cases behind things like that. In the case of sales department or resales department, they're working overtime, have been working overtime. Normally they will have 30 packages in the queue. They've had over 62, and it seems to be climbing because people want to close before the end of the month.
Yeah.
The interest rates are low, they want to take advantage, but you can't just drop something on either department and expect to have something done in a week. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So we are advising our people, don't expect that to happen. Get your things in, plan accordingly, and we'll work with you as best as we can.
Okay.
So the resales department hopes to be back up on top of things and normal processing by the end of December. Remember though that is normally about 30 in the queue. There are still several more than the 30 in the queue at present. Right. So just to keep everybody aware, I know real estate agents want to know about that, especially the brokers when they're trying to close something. They need to know what to expect. So that's why we're trying to release this information.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the update on that. So this Saturday, we have the bulky item pickup is coming.
Correct. And at our board meeting on this last Tuesday, Siobhan announced that. And for anybody that has an oversized chair, they need something picked up like sofas, refrigerators, or whatever, you have to call resident services and tell them your address, what you got, so they can put it on the schedule for the trucks to go around and pick it up. If you just have it out there and they don't know about it, it's not going to be picked up. So then it's your responsibility to deal with it. So be sure you know about it. And if you don't know how to handle this, call resident services and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for the update. I appreciate it. And I don't know if we'll be talking to you again before the end of the year. So happy holidays to you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The Foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the Foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Joel Goldstein. And yes, you heard his name right. He has been one sending us some great photos over the last couple of months. But today he is here on behalf of the Laguna Woods Foundation. Well, Joel, thank you for joining us today.
I'm glad you're having us on. I'd like to talk about the foundation. I think it's a wonderful organization that we have here in the village.
Yes, it really is. So by all means, tell us what the foundation is.
The foundation, which should not be confused with the Golden Rain Foundation, has nothing to do with them, is a 501c3 charity. The slogan is Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and we collect money from village residents and disperse it via the Social Services Department to villagers who have a temporary financial need of some kind.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and social services, I understand, the way it operates is they receive the money and whoever needs it is confidential, that type of thing. How do you usually do your fundraising?
Well, we have an appeal several times a year. There'll be one around Thanksgiving time, so this is a good time for this program to air. I hope people will donate. And we have a website where people can make donations, foundationoflagunawoodsvillage.org.
Okay.
And we also get club donations, which are very nice, very generous sometimes. And people sometimes remember us in their estates, and that's very useful and very, very helpful. We have a reserve fund which we call on in times of emergencies. Originally it was, I think, for flood problems in the village, but because of the pandemic, we were able to use that fund to provide masks to anybody in the village who wanted them. That were passed out at Clubhouse 5 parking lot, and provide extraordinary need for people that are affected in one way or another by the pandemic. Again, we don't do this directly. People who need help should contact the Social Services Department, the phone number of which is 597-4267-949. They are a staff of trained social workers, and they will discuss with you what your needs are, and they know all the various programs that are available for residents and hook you up with resources.
Right. And so what assistance is available, just to give an idea of how they can help people?
Well, there are grocery cards, there are aid for people with hearing and vision problems. There is transportation assistance. We also support South County Outreach, which is the major food bank in the southern part of the county, and also provide transportation in some cases to people to go to the food bank. And there's any kind of a human need. We don't pay the regular fees of the village, and we don't provide a permanent support, but we do provide temporary support for people who need it. We've funded a number of different interesting programs. We had fall prevention classes because the major type of accident in the village are people falling down. And we have provided to the village library resources for people that are vision impaired. So we have provided machines and talking books and so on. And those are available to actually anybody in the village.
Okay. Well, those are some great services. And unfortunately, many of our community residents do need those types of services. So let me ask you something. How long have you been with the foundation?
I've been on about 3 years, and I'm very pleased to serve. I find it a very good organization, very well run. Everybody on the board is a volunteer.
Right.
So none of your donation is going to support the board members.
Right. And what drew you to help that organization?
Well, I was asked, and I found out a little bit about what the foundation does, and I have a background in social psychology, and I know something about the kinds of problems that people have when they have financial difficulty, and I thought I could be helpful. They made me the technology officer, so I maintain the website, which I think is a very good one, and the Facebook page, and the data systems for keeping track of donations and so on.
Oh, well, that's great. And that's a lot of responsibility. So they chose the right person for that, I think.
Thank you.
Well, you've been very great. I mean, you've pretty much answered all of the questions. Is there anything else that I may have forgotten?
Well, I just want to remind people, if you need help, contact social services at 597-4267. And if you want to donate to help the foundation carry out its mission, please go to our website, foundationoflagunawoodsvillage.org, and you can donate on the website either by PayPal or credit card, or respond to the the U.S. mail appeal that you'll get, and think about us when you're doing your charity donations. We're coming up to the end of the year. Many people do charity at that time. And know that your money will only go to help villagers. This charity it's by villagers, for villagers. That's why our slogan is neighbors helping neighbors. And you will be acknowledged. And all of the help that social services hooks you up with is anonymous. We don't know, and we never have any direct contact with people who receive aid, although we do get very nice thank you cards that are sent to the foundation, and we appreciate those. But it's something that I think we can all be proud of here in the village. It does a good job, and I'm very glad to be on the board and help its cause.
That's great. Well, Joel, thank you so much for sharing the information. And it is timely, as you said, because we're coming up on the holidays. So thank you again.
You're welcome. Glad to do it.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
COVID-19 has us all practicing social distancing, but in times like this, it's just as necessary to remember the importance of maintaining good dental health. Good dental health can help improve your body's immune system to fight deadly diseases, from respiratory infections to heart disease and diabetes. Our general dentists and specialists are committed to helping you stay healthy. Located right next to Laguna Woods with a bus stop right in front, we are open to see you for emergency cases. Call today for an appointment, 949-830-0074.
Welcome back. One thing that Steve Parsons was unable to mention in our interview is something in regards to health and safety. So he just wanted me to tell you that the third board is committed to the health and safety of their residents. They've heard some comments about these particular topics, but they just wanted you to know that they do support the health and well-being of their residents. All right, we have a very fun movie for you today. We have Christmas Vacation, National Lampoons with Chevy Chase. Oh my gosh, so much fun. You can see that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 7 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. Now, also, this evening is the night of the Conjunction 2020. This has not happened since 1226, so about 800 and something years. And it's when Jupiter and Saturn are so close together that technically, if you look at it with the naked eye, you should be able to see a very bright star. And you can get out your binoculars and you can see how close they are together, but that's just kind of fun. So I just wanted to let you know that that is tonight, just after sunset, and you're gonna wanna face west to see that. And then just to let you know that construction is still going on El Toro Road between Moulton Parkway and the Lutheran Church of the Cross. I got stuck in it the other day, so try to avoid that area as much as you can. If you have any questions regarding that, you can call the City Hall at 949-639-0500. And let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. Absolutely gorgeous today, just beautiful. Try to get to the beach because it's just so sparkling beautiful down there. We are looking at a nice warm day today, 76-51. Tomorrow, also lots of sunshine, 68-49. Wednesday, 68-50, and then partly sunny on Thursday, 69-48. And then a beautiful Christmas day, 69-49. Have a great day in the village. Happy Monday. Stay healthy, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
Most real estate agents stick to the 3 Ps of marketing. They place it on the MLS, they put up a sign, and pray that it sells. Laguna Premier Realty takes a different approach to marketing your home. From professional and high-quality photos, to high-definition video, single property websites, and 3D virtual tours. We will make your property stand out and, most importantly, sell. So whether you are looking to list your current home or find your dream home in the village, Laguna Premier Realty is here to help.
Now there's a different way to buy a new Lexus. It's called CarDash, only available at SouthCountyLexus.com. It's amazingly simple. Visit SouthCountyLexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in, all online. Once you arrive at the dealership, just pick up your car and drive home. Push a button, get a Lexus. South County Lexus, where different is amazing.